Me and him, I almost got taken in a land lease scam in New York.
Oh, yeah.
So now here's the deal. I saw this condo in Manhattan for $215,000. I love New York. I'm like, I'd like to own a condo in New York, and it would go up in value. And I'm like, how bad is New York condo? I'm like, $215,000 for Midtown Manhattan. What the fuck's going on over there? I knew there was an exodus, but Christ, right? How bad could it be? What are you, just getting stabbed on the way into the building? $215,000? Benjamin explained to them, I almost got taken. And by the way, if you look at me, I am the guy they hope buys this, because when I walk into an office, this is the pitch that they make to me. Right. This land lease scam that Ben understands even a little better than I do.
So it was first of all, very important, has to be cash only, all up front.
Cash only, because banks, and this is a red flag, will not finance this type of transaction. Now me, I'm an idiot. So I see that and I go, cash only, they want the big rollers. I'm in. Like, they're like, they want a certain type of people. I think I even said to him, I'm like, I think they want a certain type of people. I'm already putting my foot in the door to get robbed. Do you see what an idiot I am? Do you see what an idiot I am? Yeah. Because I'm a salesman, and salesmen are easily sold. If you are a salesman out there, you're easily sold.
Yeah.
It's true.
So the land lease is essentially the building does not own the land that it sits on. So you can never technically own the apartment. It can go up in price at any point.
The homeowner's dues, which are monthly, can double, triple,
quadruple.
Doesn't matter. And it gets reassessed every 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, in the 60s and 70s, Trump Plaza made a deal with the land that the building was on to only pay $1.9 million for the land for over the course of 40 years.
And in the 70s?
Yeah, in the 70s.
Wow.
When that expired, they owed $190 million to own the land.
Because land costs in Manhattan always go up. New York land costs go up.
So they raised the money. Everyone in the building raised the money.
So everyone in the building, all the criminals living in Trump Plaza, raise the money.
Because otherwise you could lose the unit completely and lose all the money.
Because it's all the land gets forfeited back to whoever owns it, and you're fucked. But the people in Trump Plaza were able to raise $190 million so that they were square.
Correct.
Well, we're not going to be doing that over at the fucking... What was this place called again?
Carnegie.
Carnegie House.
Yeah.
And they have all these, and it's on Billionaires Row. It's on 57th Street, Billionaires Row. And I'm an idiot because I'm telling Ben, I'm like, you see, I said a lot of people are just not on Zillow trying to get these deals, but I'm on it because I'm smart. That's the great article right there.
Which one is it?
Right there. The $99,000 one bedrooms on Billionaires Row.
Yeah, this was it. Carnegie House.
This is it. $100,000 studios on Billionaires Row, highly desirable apartments that people are racing to unload. Why? And then they explain to you.
Yeah.
In the case of Carnegie House, it turns out it's straightforward. It's a land lease building, meaning the building doesn't own the ground beneath its foundation. The arrangement is fairly rare. There are only 100 land lease buildings in the city, and means that the building's owners have to pay rent to the developers, which in a co-op building, of course, means that the shareholding residents who pay ground rent, in addition to their typical monthly maintenance fees, real estate tax, and any operational costs. So if the ground lease expires and is renewed at a much higher rate, the monthlies can double or triple. Land leases can reset as often as every 5, 10, 15 years as the building and the property underneath is reappraised when they do. So this is what is, I almost got robbed because I'm an idiot. Now, they would have explained this to me, but I'm such a moron that I was actually looking at this as like a good investment.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of guy that they dream of, because when I walk in to the real estate thing and I go, listen, I found a good deal. I know how this works. I pay attention. I got my ear to the ground. 215, I'll go in there. Maybe we do a cash deal, who knows? Like, they look at me and they go, right. They go, okay, so it's, it's a land lease, and that means that, whatever. In a couple of years, they reset the monthlies. It can go up, but anything can go up, right? They go, hey, 15 years, 20 years, who cares?
Right.
They go, this guy, get him another steak. Get him another steak. You want a light? Light up a cigarette. Get him a steak. He doesn't care about what happens in 20 years. You don't care what happens in 5 years. It doesn't matter. You're happy in the moment. Buy it. You're a big dog. You're living on Billionaires Row. Lie about how much it costs. I mean, there's so many ways to try to sucker me into that deal. Yeah. Thank God Ben was here and smart and able to see. I just said white power. I didn't even mean to. I just went like this. I was trying to make a point. But this is white power now. This is
screenshot that. Yeah,
they will screenshot that and they'll say I was trying to do white power. All my enemies, of which there's like 2 enemies I have that write about me. that make like $8,000 a year to write about my podcast every day. It's like, great. The true threat to America, the Tim Dillon Show. The alt-right podcast that has never, ever talked about anything remotely alt-right. It's amazing. But again, it must be so comforting to just live in a reality that bears no resemblance to the one on this planet. And that's what many people have been doing. And they've made Luis Gomez a political figure. They've made Luis Gomez into like a divisive political agitator. And hey, man, whatever works, whatever makes you that $9,000 a year that you earn writing about comedy as if it's the most important thing when we all know that it's pretty unimportant.